Hey, it's Adrian from demcrumbliestech, and today I'm reviewing the GVM, or Great Video Maker, 80-watt video light. So this is a LED light and it's good for videos if you need continuous lighting. You can also use it for like photography too, if you're not really a fan of using flash. So I did look at like the Godox light, which is the SL60, I think. And that was more expensive than this. This comes in at around 150 Canadian, which is about 120 US. So it's a nice compact light. So let's just get into it to see if it's worth that price and what the light output is like. Okay, so in the package you get the power cable. So this is the connector end. And I measured this out and it's about 15 feet, I would say that would be the max. So it's pretty sizable cable length. You also get this Bowens mount to just like bounce the light around, and you can see it's the standard connector here. Then you also get these color gels. So there's 4 colors, so it comes with this dark blue, like a magenta here, red, and then finally green. And to fasten it to the mount, it comes with these clips here, so you just clip it on to the outer rim here. So it's pretty simple system to use. And then you get the manual, and also of course the unit itself. So I'll just go into like detail about some of the features of the unit now. So looking at the unit itself, it's about I would say like 8.5 to 9 inches. Once you put a Bowens mount to the end, then it's from the handle to the end of the Bowens mount, it's about 12 inches. And in terms of the build quality now, so I would say from this ring here all the way to the back, it's like an all plastic build. Now when you look at the heat sink here, and then this housing for the heat sink, and that also holds like Bowens attachments, these two are metal. And it comes in at about 1 kilogram or 2.5 pounds. So looking just at the features of it, so you can see it's a pretty nice and sizable heat sink, so that should dissipate heat very well. You also have this locking mechanism here, and that helps you keep whatever Bowens attachment you have locked in, and then you just retract it to loosen whatever you have. So looking at the back of the unit, you can see you have a port here to power it, and you also have a knob here, and once you turn that on, it's at 10%, and once you rotate it all the way, then it's at 100%, and it just clicks to let you know that it's off. And you can also see that there's like ventilation holes all around the back, the sides of it, and at the bottom, so it shouldn't overheat, and I haven't experienced that while I was using it anyway. Now looking at the back, there's a carrying handle. This is locked firm into place, there's no adjustment on that. And looking at the side here, so there's a knob here with a screw, so you can just loosen that screw, thread in like an umbrella, a diffusion umbrella, and then just tighten that back. Pretty standard. And if you look at the inside here, so there's a screw in there. What you would do is just release this knob here, set this on top of a baby pin or whatever light stand you're going to use, and then just tighten it back. Pretty simple again. Finally, you have this big knob here, and this is what you would use to adjust the rotation of the attachment stem here. So for most use, I guess you could just leave it tightened and then just drop that in. But for me, like I've actually put this on my C-stand on the end of the boom arm, and it works well. So what I would do is just rotate that and then make sure I have that tightened, and then I could have it kind of like directing light that way from the C-stand. So that's another option. If you have a C-stand you're not using, you don't want to get like a separate light stand, you can just adjust that. Okay, so in terms of attaching Bowens mounted or any type of attachments like that, you would pull this lever back, line up the attachments to the holes here, rotate it, and then let go, and you can see now it's in place. So next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect everything, and then I'll just do a demonstration of the light output. Okay, so I'm back and it's powered here and everything's ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point it directly at the camera with the Bowens mount on. So this is at 10%. So as soon as you turn it on, that's the default, 10%. Now I'm going to go up to about 50% and finally 100%. And you can see the camera's just seeing pretty much all white. Like this thing is seriously bright. So let me turn it back down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to aim it at the ceiling so you could get a better idea of what the light output is. So the goal is to bounce the light off the ceiling and then come back here. So you can see right now, like this is a pretty dimly lit room. So here it is at 10%. Not really a noticeable difference. Here we are at 50%. And you can already see the light has bounced off the ceiling and come back down. So it's already illuminating this room pretty well. And now at 100%, and there you go. Like if you didn't know this was kind of off to the side here, you would think this was just like a properly lit room. That's how powerful this thing is. So like I mentioned, there is a built-in fan here. Now I have an on-camera shotgun mic. So I'm going to turn it on, and this is about a fair amount of distance that someone would be talking. So most of the time this light is going to be behind the camera, off to the side of the camera. So, you know, if you're using a shotgun mic, it's not going to pick it up since it's like a directional mic anyway, like a unidirectional mic. But let's just turn it on with this in front of the mic. So here it is at 10%. So the fan is going. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm going to crank it to 100% now. Now the fan is going pretty much at full speed. So let's see if you can hear that. Now I'm going to move the unit very close to the mic. So I haven't listened to it yet, but you know, just let me know what you think in the comments. But like I said, it's a really low hum. But most of the time you're going to be using this off to the side of the camera, anywhere behind the camera. So the mic wouldn't really be able to pick it up. It's very quiet. The light is rated for 100,000 hours or like 11 years. So like it's really a great light all around. Okay, so I think this is a great light. If you're looking for a video light, like you're not going to go wrong with this. The only thing I would say is it is powered by this plug here, so there's no option for a battery pack. So something to keep in mind. Also, if you're moving locations all the time for your shots and you're kind of rough with your gear, keep in mind that it's pretty much an all plastic build from here back. So if you just like chuck it in with the rest of your stuff, you know, and you damage this plastic housing or you drop it, that might be the end of it. I mean, at the price it costs, may not be a big deal for you. You might just go out and grab another one, but it's one consideration to keep in mind if you're like really rough with your gear. Then you may want a unit that's like an all metal build. But you know, that trade-off, sorry, is you're getting a pretty lightweight unit at just 2.2 pounds or 1 kg. So I highly recommend it. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you're using another light that you think is better, let me know. I'm always on the lookout for new products to review, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.